Ta-da! And welcome to Josef's Model Railway and Toy Room. Thank you so much, as always, for joining me. Just a little bit of housekeeping. You don't need to like, follow, subscribe to any of the videos I put out there. Just put them out there where I can. Have a holly jolly great time doing so. Now, welcome back to Fawlty Towers. What's this? Oh, action is happening because that wasn't there when you last saw where we were up to. So we have now got a hole in here. We're starting to get some cabling in. And in this video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to organize the slab and we're going to start to erect the frames. So we're going to get some walls up today, and that's pretty much where we're going to conclude it for the video. But we're going to go through a few processes. We have to make a few modifications to try and make this fit at the moment. So let's just get stuck into it now, shall we? Let's just quickly talk about a new product. It's not new, but it's new for me. I haven't had this before. It really tickles what I want to do. So basically, it's for when we're building things together, like walls on the building, as we're going to do here. And it allows us to clamp the walls using a series of magnets. But the interesting thing about the magnet is it allows, as you can see, they're very strong, but you can see you've got this little notch cut out here and here, meaning when the building goes on, you can still bead your glue down without it affecting it. Well, that's kind of my theory here. Now I've got a set of 4. So the idea is I'm building section by section. I expect to be using 2. So I think it goes something like this. Now, we can obviously get, because I don't know, are we gluing on this side, are we gluing on that side, or what it could be. You'll be on a level surface, of course. So as you can see, you've got this nice situation where we can comfortably bleed a little bit of glue as needed. And I mean, if it was me, I'd obviously just put something under it just to give it a bit of an angle too. This is our footprint we have. It's kind of handy. The module just comes with us. And then we marked out where it needs to go. Now, my thinking was that what we might do is cut a foot plate for it to go down. According to the overall plan, we've got 29 centimeters across. It's 18. This bit's going to be guarding out the front.
I won't talk too much in these particular fast-forwarded sections because I'll just keep cutting in between and having a quick chat. Let's just enjoy a few tunes as we go on here and get my blade. This is just standard foam board that we're going to use as the slab to hold the building down at the moment.
Underground, overground, wombling free.
It's just a little bit of dressed pine that we've just cut on that 45-degree angle to create these bay windows, I suppose. Let's see if this is going to work. It doesn't really matter because when we come to do the rest of the building, I have some tricks up my sleeve.
The wombles of Wimbledon, common are we, making good use of the things that we find, things that the everyday folks leave behind.
So as you can see, just a small little fan heater here off to the side. It's just in the fan only mode, and just to speed up this process at the moment. So we did this maybe about an hour or hour and a half ago, so not completely dry, but should be enough we can get the next one happening, which is kind of the process we want to do here. Let's turn that off. Now don't worry too much about these edges that are going to be filled in. We're going to talk all about that when we come to doing as we carry on. Let's get the next one going. We've got 3 bay windows to build. I'm hoping I can get all of these done this evening. This is the bottom, so make sure they're all going the right way. I could have just cut out an extra jig and got it going, but I think we'll just keep moving the way we are. We're not after perfection here. If anyone's sort of saying, hang on a minute, that could be a little more professionally put together. As I said, it's just to get the basic shape, and we are going to apply some magic as we carry on, I like to think. That's been about another hour and a half, so it's not 100% dry, but it should be enough we can handle it, I hope. So looking at the plan, the 2 front ones and then the one for the dining room, which was sort of going to exaggerate and half make the building look smaller. In fact, in real life, the footprint would have been twice what you can probably see here. So double this piece of paper deep, and I dare say double going that way too, but we don't have that much of a footprint. I think we're going to be okay. So let's get the 3rd and final one. Sorry, my fingers are in the way. And anyone watching my channel has probably noticed I'm usually pretty heavy with the old glue. I always like to get a pretty solid bond going on here, which can be problematic in the future. Not really so much on these sections of wall. Now it's going to get a bit serious. We need to get our official measurements of the building in place, and we can sort of make it fit from there. So, get this slab into position. I would have preferred an extra gap to where the windows were, but to get everything to fit, we're going to have to make some compromises. This is about the orientation I think we're going to stick with at the moment. We lose a little bit here, which we're not going to worry about. So the whole idea is that it was going to cut in and go back a little bit. The whole idea is you'd snap this little bit off and keep that bay window looking out. But I think we might leave it because it gives a bit of something to the building that I can't figure out. I've basically got this front section where it does need to be. It looks level to where the stairs are, which is what we're trying to chase here at the moment. So really quickly, what have we gotten up to? Well, we did end up cutting that hole there for the where the cables are going to come through, and where roughly we're going to need to organize interior walls. And the step you may not have figured out, and I actually put a short video here. Have you got an issue with light bleed coming through your models? Whether you're using balsa wood or plastic or any other materials, it's a nuisance. So what can you do? Well, you can put this here. What is it? Aluminium foil, of course. It'll absolutely deaden it down. Easily can bend around corners. It's a wonderful way to go. Why not check it out today? That does explain what we're up to. We're, of course, just putting this aluminium foil on the inside. It's almost like I'm doing a real build, doing the Sisulation or the insulation sheet on it, but we're not. We're doing it to stop the light bleed that happens and starts shining through. Nothing worse than you turn it on and it comes through the window, but if your walls are glowing as well, that's not a good thing. We actually talked about that in an earlier video, but let's carry on. We're going to cut the windows out now, and now we're going to put the frame down onto the slab at the moment so we can really start to lock it in and keep working.
Looking good, and I don't mind saying that these internal walls, I didn't worry about doing the cricket. I did want to arch them, but I didn't want to disturb my wife too much, so I just took the blade and did okay. And just like wrapping up your favorite burrito in some aluminium foil like we've done with the walls, we're going to wrap this video up.
Well, girls and boys, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to bring it to the end of the video. So what we're going to do with those two interior walls that we've just wrapped the aluminium foil on, we'll snip that up and we'll start to get them into place. I've been busy using a Copilot, that's the Microsoft AI assistant, whichever one will do the same type of thing, but grabbing screenshots from the different sections of Fawlty Towers, the bar, the dining room, the lobby, things like that, and then seeing if it can create me my own kind of wallpaper and carpet to match. And we're going to look at that in the next video as we sort of start to do the interior. Of course, there are a couple of rooms, like we need to sort out a couple of rooms upstairs. So we also need to still keep creating a way that we can sort of separate, but still keep the light contained into different areas. So we're going to explore a little more of the internals as we carry on in the next video. And of course, who didn't like a good chuckle there, where the video started, where I demonstrated the wonderful magnetic 90-degree angle system for holding walls together when we glue them. And how many times have I used it on the construction of Fawlty Towers so far? 0. But it's an interesting tool, and maybe we can do something with it a little later on. But look, in the meantime, thank you so much for joining me in this one. It's quite exciting that the walls are sort of now up and we've got a bit of a shape starting to happen. And we're going to get into starting to get ready for some interiors, and we need to also start getting ready to render the outside as well. We're going to talk about a few tricks with what I'm planning on doing with that. But in the meantime, as always, please do stay safe. I'll see you in the next one. Toodles.